subscribe to my channel, and give a thumbs up.
And now, our CEO and Chair, Mr. Mark Benioff.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I said, good morning, everybody. I said, good morning, everybody. And aloha. No. Aloha. All right, a little better, but we're going to work on that later. Okay, good morning, everybody. We are so excited. This is going to be the biggest, most exciting Dreamforce ever. It is the Agentic Enterprise. It is incredible what is happening. Look at everybody in this room. How about giving yourselves a huge round of applause? Look at the room. Amazing. And if this is your first Dreamforce, stand up and be welcome. Stand up if this is your first Dreamforce. Amazing. Welcome. Incredible. Welcome to everybody new. We're so happy to have you. Look, we are going to take the next hour. We are going to energize you, excite you, motivate you, inspire you. But the number one thing that we are going to do is... Why am I doing the slides? You guys can do it. We're going to thank you. We don't thank you enough. We know everything you do every day. We are so grateful to you. To you. We're grateful to you. We're grateful to each and every one of you. We're grateful to you. We're grateful. Come on, guys. We're grateful to you. Okay. All right. And to our customers, our trailblazers, our partners, our employees, our communities, our veterans, our nonprofits, all of our community groups, we're so grateful to have all of you here. We are so thrilled to have this Dreamforce, and we have got a great show for you today. A fantastic show. Look at all of these amazing speakers we have. We have Sundar, the minister from Saudi Arabia, Takedra, Brett, Matthew, Dario. We have so many people. It's unbelievable. And it is going to be an incredible event. We are going to have amazing discussions. We're going to go looking at the future of technology. And we're going to be looking at how you and all of us are going to come together in an incredible new way. And yes, we've raised another $9 million for the Children's Hospital, reaching $130 million. Amazing. Our team has done an amazing job, and that amazing job is they have 1,500 sessions for you. 1,500 sessions. We expect you to go to each and every one of them. Okay, we also have Agentforce City this year. You're going to love Agentforce City. It's amazing what you can do there. See all the customers, what they're doing with agent technology. Anybody here already using Agentforce? Raise your hands. Amazing. Okay, so now, this company was built on core values: trust, customer success, innovation, equality, sustainability. Now, a couple weeks ago, feels like a couple days ago, one of our closest friends, one of my closest personal friends, died. She was here last year. She's been here for the last several years. And she was here to talk to us each and every year about sustainability. And right now, what I want to do is I want to put all of our political situations aside and all of our divisiveness and just come together as one ohana right now. One ohana. And hear the parting words from one of our closest friends who can be here only this year in this video. Please welcome Jane Goodall.
What is evolution really but innovation in slow motion? Nature has always solved her problems with endless patience and astounding ingenuity. In the technology business, innovation is impatient. The challenges are pressing. Change the only constant. The nimble are rewarded. Those who lose a step perish. Climate threats are accelerating at the blistering pace of technology. We don't have the luxury of millennia. We need innovative thinking here and now. Business must be a platform for change and an essential source of innovation. And business must drive and support the ecopreneurial thinking our planet so desperately needs. Through innovation, education, and mobilization, we will continue to thrive together as a planet, as a species, as people. Caring for this planet that has forever cared for us is simply the next great step in human evolution.
Jane was here every year because she believed, as we all believe, that business can be the greatest platform for change. 26 years ago, we put 1% of our equity, our profit, our time into a 501c3 foundation. It was very easy at the time. We had no equity, profit, or time. But now we've given away almost $1 billion. We run 62,000 nonprofits and NGOs for our service on free, and we've done over 10 million hours of volunteerism. We also have done over $300 million in reskilling, training, $150 million for our local San Francisco and Oakland public schools. How many of you have already adopted a public school in your neighborhood? Raise your hands. Oh, not enough, not enough. Now's the time more than ever, I can tell you, especially because of COVID. The kids today, especially the ones who are in middle school, those kids who are in their elementary school during COVID, they didn't get that reading and writing training that all of us had. Now's the time to go back, to mentor, to help, to adopt your local public school. I've done it, and I recommend all of you do it as well. One more thing, not only did we do our 1-1-1 model, but 19,000 people followed us into that journey and have given away $3 billion of philanthropy already. Incredible. We want to thank all of those people for adopting the 1-1-1 model as well. They believe, like we do, that we're doing well and we're doing good. And you can see this as we go to the $40 billion this year in revenue, hard to believe, and with our core values intact, with our primary vision intact, which is to connect with our customers in a whole new way. Now, it's been an amazing 26 years. The rate and growth of innovation, it's awesome what has happened. And we've seen that innovation go forward over and over and over again. But one thing that I noticed, especially in the last year, especially since we were last here together, and maybe you've had the same experience, I notice when I'm at home, I'm on my phone, I'm working with these large language models. Okay, what am I doing? I'm kind of going, yeah, I'm using this amazing consumer technology. It wasn't so unlike 26 years ago when I was at home. I was working on Amazon, I was working on Google, I was working on eBay. But then when I got to the office, my experience was very different. Is that your experience too? That is, we have amazing consumer technology on our phones, working with these amazing AI models and all this amazing technology. But when we get to the office, when we get to business, are we have that same level of power now? I don't think we do. You see, I really think this is the next revolution. We've gone through cloud, we've gone through mobile, we've gone through social, we've gone through predictive AI, and now we're entering this new agentic AI revolution. And we are going to explore it in depth at this show over the next 3 days, and it is going to be magic. Now, the agentic revolution, there's no question, it is here. And you're going to see it over and over again. And when you get to the trade show, when you get into Agentforce City, you're going to see how all these customers have deployed this technology. It's really incredible what has happened. Okay, so let's talk to really one of the leaders in this area. Let's get a quick insight into the very core of the foundation models. We're going to have an amazing interview. Let's talk to Brad Lightcott. Brad, stand up. Welcome to Dreamforce, Brad. We're so thrilled to have our relationship going with OpenAI. love Sam. We were just with him in the UK. Brad, what's happening with OpenAI? You guys are becoming a critical company, critical part of our infrastructure, everybody's infrastructure. What's your vision for the future?
Vision for the future is simple. We believe that AI systems are going to unlock potential for humanity at levels that we today can't even comprehend. And so how does that happen? One is we've got to integrate with the systems and tools that people use. Two is we've got to be able to create new experiences for people to do more. And then three is it's all got to be trust-based, and we've got to get that right.
Very excited. Brad, we are thrilled that you are here. Thank you very much. And you'll be here to talk to everybody here. There's going to be a long line to talk to you at the end of the keynote, all right?
Thanks for
Please welcome Brad Lightcap. Fantastic. Very, very exciting that Brad, Jim Cramer's right here. Jim Cramer, welcome to Dreamforce. Great to Jim Cramer, everybody, right here. Amazing. Okay, so let's talk about this. This agentic divide, we're on one side of it, our consumers are over here, they're using Brad's technology, they're using OpenAI, it's amazing. But we're over here with our enterprises, and we're enterprise technologists, and we're doing our work, and it's awesome. Okay, but this agentic divide, you don't have your data right, you're not going to get your AI right. Am I right about that? You got to get your data right. You got to get to more integrated solutions. You got to get the priorities right for this. You have to get the governance right. Do we not all understand those things right now? This agentic AI is a very real divide. Will I am is right here. Will, great. Welcome back to Dreamforce. This agentic divide, amazing. But it's split. It's a bifurcation. Your customers are elevated. Now, what about your enterprise? And we all saw the MIT study, didn't we? We all saw that just making our own models or kind of rolling it ourselves or DIYing it, that isn't going to do it, is it? We need to be doing our work at Salesforce for you, and we need to all be on this journey together to get to this better place. That, in our vision, is the agentic enterprise. We're going to this incredible new world. This world, exactly as Matthew said, because the technology does elevate us. There's no question it elevates us as individuals. It elevates us as organizations. But it's where humans and agents drive customer success together. We've already seen, and I'm sure every single person in this room has had the example, where they're using the large language model, and it is great, but it is not perfect. And sometimes it takes a hard right turn and goes in the wrong direction, am I right? And that means we have to be there. We have to be there to make it work, to make the partnership work. That's why humans and agents have to drive customer success together so that we can get the customer loyalty we want, to get the trust that we want, to get the ability to have a leaner organization possible with this technology, more efficient organization. We call that the agentic enterprise. That is what is possible today. That is what is exciting. And when we left Dreamforce last year and we launched this product a few weeks later, what we realized at Salesforce is we have to be ground zero. We have to be customer zero. We have to be able to go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 and show you what we're doing. Have we been perfect in rolling it out? No. Have we been listening to you? Yes. Iterating, evolving, changing, really trying to understand how is this going to happen? And you've seen it. How many of you have been on help.salesforce.com already? Raise your hands. And you can see how it's evolving and changing. Well, since we rolled it out, only 9 months ago, 1.6 billion conversations through the agent level, 1.6 million conversations with humans, putting them together, the humans and the agents together, with an omni-channel supervisor that you'll see at the show that's paying attention to what are the agents doing, what are the humans doing, how do we have the ultimate customer experience across all channels, on Agentforce, on the sales service reps. It's amazing. Here's an interesting fact. In the last 20 years, 26 years, between 20 and 100 million, Julie Sweet is sitting right here, the CEO of Accenture, I should say hello. I'll talk to you later. Between 20 and 100 million customers have contacted us. Between 20 and 100 million customers have contacted us in the last 26 years. We didn't call them back. We did not call them back. We didn't have enough people. That's amazing. It fueled our competitors. It created all kinds of issues in the industry. Okay, now, just this week, our SDR is calling back 50,000 customers a week. That is amazing. And it's deeply integrated with the Sales Cloud, with Agentforce 360 Sales. This is a moment to kind of start to think about, what does an agentic enterprise look like? We want to be customer zero. We want to see how we're going to get there. We love Agentforce, and we're investing huge amounts in Agentforce. Huge amounts. But listen to this. We've gone faster with Agentforce than we have gone with any other technology. From 1 a year ago to 2 DX, you were there at Trailhead DX, to 3, and now you're going to see a new Agentforce. One that is built on every app we make, one with voice, one that is predictable and accurate, one that is intelligent and with context. This is key, the context. You don't have your data, you don't have your context. You need that deep data integration. It's something that we have learned. We're going to show you how we have connected with you in a new way. We're going to show you the critical aspect of achieving context through the agent. And now, with this new Agentforce 360 platform that we are rolling out at the show, we're going to rebuild each and every one of our products on top of it. And you're about to see demonstrations of that technology. It's gone from Agentforce Sales to Agentforce Service, which you've been using, to our new Agentforce Marketing and that SDR, a new Commerce, Slack, and yes, you'll even see Teams with our new Agentforce ITSM product. We're entering IT service, and Agentforce HR service, revenue management, a brand new supply chain product. We're about to talk to Michael Dell. He's got 20,000 suppliers on Agentforce supply chain already. Amazing. And we also see Agentforce field service. Of course, MuleSoft, that so many of you already are using, has a new agent fabric and a new version of Tableau, all built with the agentic layer. You know, it's kind of funny. I'm starting to see this already appear with our customers. At my house, I also have my office, and then I have a house, an Airstream trailer. It's all crazy, hooked up. I'm sure you have the same thing. There's some crazy thing. It's all wired together. I don't even know how I'm getting it wired together. And I bought these products from Eaton. And Eaton lets me connect this Airstream trailer that I bought. And, well, I got it running on my solar panels. But when the rep comes out, the field service rep from Eaton, to work on my Airstream trailer, he doesn't just have that system of record information anymore. He's got an agent running alongside him that's helping him to advise him, to show him how to make it work. We've seen that with so many of our customers, for example, that are deploying that product, Agentforce Field Service. You know, in Los Angeles, I was down with Edison. They've had terrible wildfires. Now they have to go pole by pole, tree by tree. They use Agentforce Field Service to do it. And the agent rides alongside that field service technician. They're not alone. So on each one of these products, it's an amazing story. Whether it is sales or service, whether it is marketing. I mean, we do 11 trillion emails a year at Salesforce. But each of those emails, it's a one-way conversation. What if they were all two-way conversations? That is a vision for what it would look like. When I use Slack today, I've got dozens of agents that are helping me to make my Slack environment better, more efficient, renew my customers, sell more effectively. You're going to see it at the show. That Slack has become an agentic OS. Pretty awesome. So in each one of these things, each one of these core pieces, and then as we get into financial services or healthcare or public sector or manufacturing, consumer goods, communications, we've built more than 300 agents that reflect the needs of each and every industry. And then on our core 360 platform, you are going to see amazing voice. You're about to see the demo. You're going to see the ability to choose whatever model you want. We know that you've made your own model, or you might have a model that's important to you or the country that you're in, that you want observability and orchestration. You want agent-to-agent capabilities and use MCP servers. You want to be able to achieve not just prompt engineering, but context engineering, so that you are able to determine what it is that's really important in delivering that agentic experience, the agentic enterprise, the trust and security that you expect, the governance, the ability to back up and recover your systems, the APIs, the SDKs, the DevOps, and Heroku, all as one integrated Agentforce 360 platform. And this is what we've been working on this year. This is what we're rolling out at the show. This is what you're going to get your hands on. And here's the thing, the question that has been haunting us at night: what if everyone had the power? What if everyone had the power to build agentic enterprises? We've seen some incredible advances in AI this year, and you're about to see one right here. I want to introduce you to Patrick Stokes, and he's going to show us an incredible new product, Agentforce Vibes. Welcome, Patrick.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. All right. So for the past 26 years, our trailblazers have been turning our best ideas into apps and into automations, into dashboards, and most recently, into AI agents. And today is an incredibly exciting day because we are about to give those same trailblazers, 21 million of them, a superpower. Introducing Agentforce Vibes. Now, Agentforce Vibes is the fastest, and frankly, it's the most fun way to build absolutely anything with Salesforce just from a description, just from writing it down. And it's able to do this because of what makes it different, and that's context. You see, context is what gives language meaning and understanding, and we all speak a language, right? Now our AI speaks that same language, but there's another piece of language, the language of our business, the language of our data, of our relationships, of our customers, our products, our employees, our permissions, and Agentforce Vibes speaks that language as well. In fact, for the first time now, our people, our AI, our business, and our ideas all speak the same language, our own. I want to show that to you in the demo. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to open up Agentforce Vibes for the first time, and we're going to vibe code together. Now, what are we going to build? We're going to build a Dreamforce command center. And we're not going to start by writing some code, and we're not going to start with a single prompt either. We're going to start with a description of what we want. So I've written all of that down. All I've done is come down and write out what I want. The Dreamforce Command Center is a real-time analytics dashboard, yada, yada. Here's the core metrics that I want. I've even gone as far to write down kind of the basic look and feel. I've said I want a dark mode with blue accent colors, et cetera, et cetera. And what's so cool is anybody can write this down, right? Some of these steps we're going to have our trailblazers do, but anybody can write these descriptions. And so all I have to do now is attach that description to my first prompt here, and this is where it gets awesome. Watch this. All I have to do is say build the app, not the tap, the app, and start slow with just the header. We're going to do, well, I said threader, but it's probably going to work. So we're going to start a little slow. It's going to think for a minute. What it's doing is it's consuming that document, right? And it's looking into our org, and then in a second there, boom, it's going to replace it and start writing out all of the code. And this should look familiar. And just like that, on the right, we have a live preview. We've got a brand new app, our Dreamforce Command Center, and it's even in our dark mode like we asked for. Now, it's not very impressive yet. It doesn't do much. So this is my favorite prompt. Watch this. This is where you'll really see the magic. Add the rest. That's it. Now, how on earth could it know what I mean by the rest? Well, there's two ways it knows. One, I told it. I wrote it down in that document that we just looked at. That's where I told it all of the data that I wanted. But the second way it knows is because it understands the language of my business, and it's able to do that. Look, as you see up here, it's actually looking through my Tableau semantic model, so it knows where all of the data for those charts that I asked for are. And unlike other vibe coding solutions that kind of leave it to you to connect to your data, Agentforce Vibes just does it for you. So now if we look at our preview here, we've got something pretty darn good. We can see average wait time, we can see streaming data, et cetera, et cetera. But I like this one right here, total session scans by location, but I think we can do a little bit better. Who wants to see location as a bar chart? Let's see if we can make this a map. Can you give me session scans on a map? And this should go pretty quickly as well. It's got a map charting capability, so it's just gonna take that same session data and hopefully it'll overlay a map on top. And if I zoom out a little bit, here we go. We can see all of the energy, all of the activity happening around campus from all of our badge scans. Every time we scan, this is going in. And so there's a big amount of activity right here. That's because that's literally right here. That's where we are right now. And what we can also see, though, is where there's maybe some lack of energy. And what I want to do is I want to see if I can fix that. And if there's one thing I know about Dreamforce, it's that energy tends to follow our mascots. So I want to see if I can build a flow to deploy our mascots. So we're going to do that. Build a flow to deploy our mascots to Dreamforce locations. That's it. And now you're going to see it start to do something a little bit different. It's not necessarily writing code anymore. What it's doing now is writing Salesforce metadata. This is writing all of the metadata required to make that, in this case, a screen flow work. And if you've ever built a flow, you see each one of those chunks going down, down, down. Every one of those is probably like 35 clicks inside a flow builder. So think about how much time that's saving us. But it goes a step further. It doesn't just write the flow, it actually deploys it as well. You can see here it's deployed that flow right into our org. And if I am lucky, it'll finish that up, send it over to our org, and it's actually going to give us a link as well as a button on our map. So there's our flow. We can come over here. Here's the flow that it just built out for us in its entirety. And if we come back, we can look at our app just in our browser. Here we go. It's going to load, and we can give this a shot. So let's scroll down. We've got our button here, which is attached to our screen flow. And here's what I want to do. I want to send not just regular Cody, but I want to send Vibe Cody over to Moscone West to hang out with our developers. So let's go ahead and deploy him. Now, Vibe Cody is on the campus somewhere. There he is right there. And any second now, he should get a notification. Oh, there he goes. Vibe Cody away, off to hang out with our developers where you can get hands-on with Agentforce Vibes. Mark, back to you.
Right there, Patrick Stokes. How about a big hand? Agentforce Vibes. Amazing, right? Because you can really see, can't you, that the AI is elevating Patrick as the developer, and the AI is elevating every aspect of the enterprise. All of us will get elevated through this experience. We all become a little bit better through this capability. That is what is really exciting about right now. But look, we realize that this is also true, that AI alone is not enough. It's not enough just to have an LLM. It needs all of these capabilities that we just saw to connect it, to give it the context, to give it the guardrails, all of those critical pieces associated with that. Doesn't that make sense? And we're going to go, Governor, great to see you, hiding in the row here. Thank you very much for being here. Robert, thank you for everything you're doing for the country. Now, let's take a look at 5 stories. 5 stories of 5 amazing companies that are doing this work. 5 examples from this audience. Let's take a look at these 5 customers, Williams-Sonoma, Pandora, PepsiCo, FedEx, Dell. Let's take a few minutes on each one and see if we can find the inspiration, the motivation, the energy, the excitement to build our own agentic enterprises. Okay? All right, Sajana, take it away.
Thank you so much, Mark. There are as many seats in this keynote room as customers that we have using Agentforce to transform their entire companies today. Over 12,000 of you have partnered with us to bring your agentic enterprise vision to life, and you've given us your feedback. And all of it has culminated in our latest release, the Agentforce 360 platform. And it all starts with intelligent context. You've told us that your data is complicated. You have tables, you have workflow diagrams, you have all sorts of stuff in your enterprise, and you need your agents to have all of that context available. Now you can with Agentforce 360. You also want these agents to speak. You want them available on your most available channel, which is voice. And now with Agentforce Voice, you have the power of agents directly in your contact center. Now, I can't wait to show you this next piece, our new Agentforce Builder. You're gonna be able to build agents faster than ever before across your organization. And you've also told us that sometimes AI doesn't really behave the way that you want it to. You need a little bit more predictability in your business. And that's why with Agent Script, you're gonna be able to have the reliability of code with each and every one of these agents. And as Mark said, we have completely reimagined the entire Customer 360 as the Agentforce 360. Now, everything is agentic. So I'm gonna show you how Agentforce Service also plays a critical role in Williams-Sonoma's vision. So why don't we go ahead and see this in a live demo with the folks over here at the demo desk. We got Kristen and Risha. Let's give them a hand. Now, Williams-Sonoma has the simple mission of having their customers fall in love with hosting and cooking in their home. So when they decided to deploy Agentforce, they wanted their agent to embody that same mission. Now meet Olive, the AI sous chef. And I want to call out, this agent went live on the Williams-Sonoma website just this weekend. You got to check it out after the keynote. Now, if I want Olive's help in hosting a fall dinner party, it's as easy as asking a question. And immediately, I get recipes served up just for me. And I'm not much of a cook myself, so I need some video tutorials to help me with this recipe. And just like that, when I ask that question to the AI sous chef, it's assisting me right there, right inside of this experience. Now, I know what you're thinking. We all have thousands of ways that we like to find recipes and recipe tutorials. I get it. But pay close attention to this entire conversation. This isn't just some set of random recommendations and tutorials. This is just for me. Every single recipe, every single video is based off a product that I just purchased from Williams-Sonoma, this new Dutch oven. Now, Williams-Sonoma cares deeply about making this experience predictable for every single customer. And so I want to show you exactly how they built it using the brand new Agentforce 360 platform. So here we are inside of the brand new Agentforce Builder. Agentforce Builder has had a huge makeover since the last time you saw it. This is AI-assisted development where I have an agent here to help me build faster than ever before. Now, I want to show you why this is so critical and important. Now, you can have each and every one of your employees building agents in natural language. But there's a problem here too, because when you start building in natural language, it gets a little messy. And you might have instructions that look a little something like this. And imagine taking any new colleague in your organization through instructions that look like this. Before you do this, do that. If this, then that. It gets really confusing for a human. Imagine what it's like for an LLM. So I'm going to go ahead and use the power of this new builder to completely transform these instructions. And what we're doing behind the scenes here is we're transforming this unpredictable natural language into deterministic code. So this is Agent Script. And this is going to play a critical role in how each and every one of you build agents that you can predict in the flow of work and for your customers. Now, the story doesn't stop here, because while Agent Script can help make your agents more predictable, Williams-Sonoma wanted more. They wanted each of their humans, when they had those cases escalated to them, to have all of this context available for them about every single customer. So when I call a service rep at Williams-Sonoma, they know everything about me. They know my recent purchases. They know my customer lifetime value score. And this isn't just any old Service Cloud. This is Agentforce service. So you have Agentforce available here in the flow of work, ready to assist every single service representative. Now, everything that I've shown you here today is just the tip of the iceberg. Join me in the Agentforce keynote tomorrow to see a more complete version of their agentic enterprise vision. Back to you, Mark.
Great job, Sajana. And we have one of the world's great CEOs right here, Williams-Sonoma CEO Laura Albert. Please welcome Laura Albert. Welcome, Laura. Great to have you back at Dreamforce. Amazing what is happening on your site across all your different brands. I love Williams-Sonoma. Every chair in my house is from Pottery Barn. I love that they all swivel. Yes. Fantastic. Laura, how is this changing Williams-Sonoma? What's your vision for how this goes forward?
Yeah, first of all, it's great to be here with all of you innovators and people who are dedicated to their customer experience. And I've been lucky enough to be at Williams-Sonoma for 30 years. But for 70 years, Williams-Sonoma has been providing unparalleled customer experiences with the best products in the market and incredible stores and incredible websites. And when you guys think about Williams-Sonoma, what do you think about? Do you start to salivate? Do you want that peppermint bark that we're serving in the stores? Do you see our beautiful trees at Pottery Barn or West Elm? I hope so.
I'm going to need my pumpkin carving tools.
And your pumpkin carving tools, which is coming up. But you think about that, and you know how incredible our stores are. And we have great websites, too. And actually, we do 70% of our business online. But can you imagine if the websites give you that same warm feeling that our stores give you when you go on them? What a difference maker that will be. We've been working with Salesforce for, I think, 15 years, Mark? Believe it or not, 15 years. Building all sorts of things, some of which have taken a very long time.
I'm sorry.
However,
I apologize.
Olive, from start to finish.
Olive is the name of your agent.
30 days.
Amazing.
30 days,
Congratulations.
Olive.
Very exciting.
Olive's alive.
30 days to get to Olive.
Yeah, 30 days. Olive is on the website as we speak. It's building every day, answering questions, decorating, gift giving, cooking, entertaining, everything you need to do for the holidays, Olive will help you with. And it's only a small beginning on one brand. We have many brands, as you know. We're looking forward to using different versions of this on our brands. But our customers, Christmas is our Super Bowl. The holidays are so important to us. And they come to us and they trust us. And we're always there trying to make it better. And this year, I think it's going to be the best it's ever been because we're going to be able to answer their questions more accurately and faster. And so while you come to us, and I hope you all shop Williams-Sonoma, Pottery Barn, West Elm, I'll continue, but I won't. I hope you all shop us. And my gift to you is the gift of time. Because we're going to answer your questions faster because of Agentforce. We're going to get to the answer faster, and you're going to be able to go back and enjoy the holidays with your family and friends. That is my promise. And thank you, Mark, for making
Very exciting, Laura.
Our dream.
Very exciting.
This is our dream.
Yeah.
Thank you for making it
Laura,
happen.
you've been a great partner. We couldn't be more grateful to you, your team, to all of Williams-Sonoma, all the brands. Thank you for everything you're doing for Salesforce. And Laura, thank you for being here. Laura's got her whole team here. And also, all the Williams-Sonoma people are here.
Stand up, stand up.
Stand up, Williams-Sonoma people. And when you get to Agentforce City, you'll see there's a huge Williams-Sonoma store. Thank you to all of our Williams-Sonoma trailblazers. Great job, everybody. Really exciting. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Really well done. All right, well, it's been amazing. We're really starting to see what is it going to look like to have an agentic enterprise. We're trying to unfold the vision, the excitement, the energy around it. Now let's go and look at an amazing company, Pandora. How many of you have ever gone to a shopping center? You go to the shopping center, there's the Pandora store, you go in, you get a charm bracelet, you get one of your charms. Raise your hand. Oh, we're going to introduce you to Pandora. It's an amazing company from Denmark. Incredible company. I love it myself. You're going to even see it here. You're going to make your own charms. Let's take a look now at Pandora.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Hello from Copenhagen. Listen, Pandora is the world's largest jewelry brand, and they have just transformed into an agentic enterprise. And Pandora, they're looking to take that, they're bringing that in-store magic that you get and bringing it to their online customers, and it starts with Agentforce Commerce. So let's go to the website. Here we are. And most times when customers are online, they feel a little alone because they don't have that in-store personal touch that they get. Well, Pandora has reimagined how to bring that personal touch to the online shopping experience. And they created a personal shopper agent, Gemma, powered by Agentforce Commerce. Let's go ahead and launch Gemma. Now, here's the thing. I wear my Pandora bracelet all the time, and I'll tell you why. Because when I take it off, it magically disappears and reappears on my daughter's arm. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and purchase her own Pandora piece. Now here, Gemma has my information and automatically knows which bracelet I'm referring to. And after just a couple of interactions, Gemma is serving up some amazing personalized recommendations. And here I can scroll through them. I can go ahead and swipe through all of these amazing recommendations. Here I see their photos. I see the product information. I see the pricing. All of this information is coming from Pandora's product catalog. Now this is amazing. And when I want to select the one, I just click on it and I can get additional information. All of that, I want you to note, I've never left the conversation, still here. And now when I'm ready to purchase it, I don't have to reach for my wallet or my husband's wallet. I can go ahead and click, choose the size, add it right here. From recommendation to confirmation, this, my friends, is the power of Agentforce 360. Now, you know I said I wear my bracelet all the time to avoid that disappearing act. Well, it needs to get cleaned. So I want to give Pandora a call and ask about in-store cleaning. But here's the thing I want you to know. This is not just commerce. This is also service. With Agentforce Voice, it's connected to your telephony data so that if another agent picks up the call, it has the full context and can go ahead and pick up where you left off. Let's check it out.
Hi, Leah. I'm Gemma, Pandora's AI assistant. How can I help you?
Hi, I'd like to bring my bracelet in to get cleaned. Where is the closest location, and do I need an appointment?
The closest location would be at Agentforce City.
Oh.
I could schedule an appointment for you at 1 p.m. Does that work?
That's very convenient, thank you. What I love about this interaction is, and I want you to note this, and this is important, recognize this. When I'm online shopping, it doesn't matter one agent. If I'm calling for a service issue, this is one agent, one interaction, one seamless interaction. And listen, and I want you to hear me well, this is only possible with Agentforce 360, our deeply unified platform. And that, my friends, is how Pandora is becoming an agentic enterprise, transforming and bringing the magic to every customer moment at scale globally with Agentforce Commerce and Agentforce Service. And I know you want to know more, right? Yeah? So check out the Agentforce Commerce Keynote tomorrow at 2. Back to you, Mark.
All right, give it up for Leah. All right, all the way from Copenhagen, Denmark, sitting next to Leah, David, welcome to Dreamforce.
Great to be here, Mark. Great to be here.
We're so happy to have you, David, and I know Alex is coming, and
Yep.
Whenever I'm in a shopping center, you probably know I used to do a selfie with the Pandora store, go in, check out the new merchandise,
absolutely,
the jewels, the charms. David, we're so grateful to you. You're running sales and service and commerce and marketing, I think, all your customer touch points on Salesforce and now Agentforce. Give us a vision for the future of retail and, you know, this incredible experience in the mall. Tell us, where is this going? You're the absolute expert in this area. It's what is 6,000 stores now?
Yeah, we're all around the world. We've got 860 million touch points each year with customers, so we've got a big old business out there. So yeah, in terms of vision, I mean, well, when you first contacted us, I think it's last November, my assistant said, yeah, Michael from Salesforce wants to talk to you about...
That's Michael over there.
Yeah. Right. He wants to talk to you about AI. And I thought, what's missing in my life is tech companies pitching AI to me. But
I apologize.
That's all right. It's all good. One thing led to another.
I like reaching out directly. You know that.
I know. Yes, and my boss said I got this email from Mark Benioff. Yeah, but one thing led to another. We got the cellophane off of the software in January, and it worked straight out of the box. That's what really blew me away in terms of okay, there's a lot of snake oil out there. This works straight away. We got the service piece working first. Learn as we go. Building the team, working together on that. But for us, it's about selling. Because, as you mentioned before, our business is about the magic in the store. It's about that conversation. It can be an hour-long conversation. It's my daughter's 16th birthday. She loves dolphins. There's a lot of emotion, a lot of connection. We're storytellers. And bringing that to life, we think, in the digital space, is a massive strategic play for us. It's not a new project, a new initiative. It is the future. This is where our business is heading, and we love our partnership with you guys.
Well, David, we are so inspired by you. I know you've also been recognized as one of the most sustainable companies in the world.
Yeah, we're very proud of that.
The highest levels of customer success. I love the products. I know we're building custom Pandora charms for everybody here downstairs in the Pandora store that we've built. I reserved one for myself. I can't wait to get it. Thank you. We're so grateful to you for coming, David.
No
all
problem
the way
at all.
from Copenhagen, Denmark.
Thank you very much.
Please thank and welcome David. All right. So we talked about Williams-Sonoma, Laura, amazing. We talked about Pandora, David, amazing. Now let's go to another company that we all know, PepsiCo. So Marianne, tell us the story.
Thank you, Mark. Agentforce 360 is elevating every single team in your organization. For sellers, Agentforce for Sales ensures that no lead is left behind and every single deal is accelerated. And for field service, Agentforce ensures that your technicians are getting proactive, expert guidance right in the flow. So let's thank our demo drivers up there and give a big cheers. And let's jump right into this demo to see how we are elevating marketing, sales, and field service. We begin on the website. This is where sales and marketing come together. And now prospective retailers can get all of the help that they need right here. They have instant two-way conversations, and this is game-changing. Why? They have one destination for case resolution, marketing information, and connecting to a seller. But this prospect, they're just looking around. They haven't bought anything. Well, every seller knows, gotta close that deal. Let's send Agentforce this way. Look at this email. This is not a template. This is a personalized message, including all of the best-selling products near this specific store. Agentforce is engaged 24/7, and that ensures that this prospect has booked a meeting. Now, Agentforce for Sales has turned every single nurtured lead into a meeting-ready opportunity. This is how PepsiCo ensures that no lead is left behind. That's awesome. But for all my sellers in the room, I know what you're thinking. Wah, wah, only half of the work is done, because for you, you have tedious, frustrating things that you've been doing. Well, I've got you covered. I am the head of product for Agentforce Sales, and my mission is to solve that. So let's jump right into Slack. This is your new agentic home, and here you have everything that you need. We've embedded Tableau Analytics because you told me you wanted to quickly be able to spot risk and look for upside. But when human ingenuity and everything that you bring to the conversation is there, we got action items. So let's go prep for that meeting that Agentforce scheduled for me. What I love is that all of the information that you need is right here. Agentforce is surfacing critical insights, signals, meeting recaps. Everything you need is right here. And this is how we are reimagining sales today. Alrighty, now we are going to pivot and go to the backbone of operations, field service. Now let's jump in and think about those technicians on the job. They are the heroes fixing everything in our worlds. And what I love is that the field service mobile application is their assistant that gives them all of the help that they need. Instant expertise. Instead of spending hours prepping for a job, they get everything that they need right here in the pre-work brief. It's a crisp, powerful summary giving them everything that they need to get started. But what if they have a problem? Something comes up in the field. Well, we got you covered because now you have proactive service built right in. Agentforce is your instant expert. And reps and technicians can even go into the mobile application and upload a photo of exactly the part that they need help with to get instant help. And when the job is done, the post-work summary has everything that they need. It's autonomously filled out, but small favor, I absolutely need you to look at the bottom of the screen because we have now turned a technician into a seller. Agentforce is upgrading every single technician and connecting sales and service. You just saw how PepsiCo is elevating every single employee, and join me tomorrow at the Sales Cloud Keynote at 2 p.m. and you can learn more. Thank you. Back to you, Mark.
All right, great job. Here's one of my favorite people in the whole world right here, Athena, the Chief Strategy and Transformation Officer of PepsiCo. Welcome, Athena.
Thank you.
Huge hand for Athena, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you for all the great partnership for the past 10 years.
Athena, you know I love the product, I love the company, but I love your leadership and how you envision the whole world. I listen to your podcast. I'm sure everyone here is going to have a question for you and get you after the keynote, but
Absolutely.
Athena, what's your vision for the future?
Yeah, as an organization, we want every employee.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers, my friend. And we have some snacks for all of you, and of course, amazing Gatorade.
Yep. Matthew likes Doritos.
I know Matthew likes Doritos. We sent him, and I know many of you are like Poppy as well, our newest acquisition, and Siete. We want every employee not to be comfortable. We want every employee to do what is possible and reach the full potential. So that's why we have been working with you on the whole gamma and spectrum of marketing with Salesforce Marketing Cloud, sales, service, field, and of course, as you know very well, and now with your newest acquisitions, connect the ecosystem through Slack, and maybe even supply chain, as we're going to see the acquisition.
Huge vision.
Huge idea. We want an interconnected...
It's Pepsi being a whole agentic enterprise.
Whole agentic enterprise.
Touch point.
We are the first company which will be agentic AI first by the end of 2026 in every part of the business, connecting all operations, connecting all our processes, the way we think of the business and strategize the business, the way we do innovation, commercialization, execution, and making sure that every employee in the company has a sales and growth mindset. We are all about profitable growth. You are an amazing partner. I know you keep pushing the boundaries of how we think and what we do. I get a lot of text from Mark every single week. Have you thought of that? Have you tried that?
I'm trying, Athena.
No, you have been an amazing partner. Yes, okay. We are grateful to be.
Athena, you are a great partner. I could not do what I do without you. Thank you for everything you're doing.
Thank you.
Please welcome and thank Athena. So exciting. All right, well, here we go. I mean, we are really looking at oh my God, you almost ran me over. Listen, we're really looking at an amazing moment here with the agentic enterprise. I mean, it's just an incredible moment. And I'll tell you, I'm so happy that everybody is here to be able to see this and see the vision. David Kirk is here, inventor of the GPU with his team at NVIDIA. Congratulations. Thank you for being here. Great job. Changed the world. Jessica Sibley, the CEO of Time, is here. One of my favorite magazines, Jessica. Thank you for being here. Okay, I had to get that in. All right, now we really have a great story. Just an awesome company. Anyone here ever send anything through Federal Express? Raise your hand. Okay, a few customers here. All right, Shibani, take it away. Hit it hard.
Thanks, Mark.
Go get him. Please welcome Shibani.
Thank you, Mark. Introducing Data 360, the next generation of Data Cloud. Taking raw data, converting it to context for your AI agents. And introducing Agentforce IT Service, instant AI-powered support for all of your colleagues. Now, FedEx was able to take dormant customers and turn them into very active shippers with Data 360. But with that, they had a new challenge. Suddenly, all of these customers had many questions, making FedEx sellers like me really busy. Questions would come in all the time, and I would engage Salesforce. I jump into Slack, and I ask, Look at this question coming in right now. I jump into Slack, that's where I start my day as a FedEx seller. And I ask my sales agent, what's the best service to ship a 50-pound apparel box from Austin to Berlin? The customer's asking me this question. Now, Agentforce delivers a response. But it's not a very helpful response. Instead of giving me what the answer is, Agentforce is instead pointing me to the PDF where the answer resides. Well, why is that? Well, it's because when that PDF was uploaded, it was broken out into chunks. Those chunks were arbitrarily broken out by maybe page number or by character numbers, character limits. It wasn't intellectually and intelligently broken out to know that the answer to the question that the customer was asking me was across a table, a chart, and a paragraph. But now we want to fix that because for our FedEx sellers, we just want to give them the answer. Now, with Data 360 intelligent context, we can. And we're going to have Miles, our demo driver here, who's also going to be our FedEx Data 360 administrator. He's now going to upload this document, that 200-page PDF, and with intelligent context, now it's intelligently parsed out, recognizing that the answer resides across multiple pages. Okay, Miles, looks like we've got this uploaded. Let's do a quick test. Before we put it into production, we're going to ask Agentforce that question again. What's the best service to ship a 50-pound apparel box from Austin to Berlin? This time, Agentforce is providing a correct answer. It's accurate, it's complete. Hang on, Miles, scroll back. But it's showing internal FedEx employee contact details. Now, we don't want that. As a seller, I don't need that. And I don't want to accidentally pass that on to a customer. But now, with Data 360 governance, all of the policies that you have within your organization, they apply both to structured and unstructured data. In this case, we're going to create a new policy to mask that information. Now, typically, Miles would be typing away, but with Agentforce embedded within Data 360, all he has to do is use natural language to describe the policy he wants to create. Policy's created. Miles, are we looking good? Let's put it in production. As a seller, I jump right back into Slack and I ask Agentforce that question one more time. What's the best way to ship a 50-pound apparel box from Austin to Berlin? This time, Agentforce gives us the response. It's accurate, it's complete, and it's appropriate. It's not exposing those details that I didn't want to pass on to the customer. This is exactly what we needed. So now, I've been a FedEx employee for about 4 years, and that dreaded thing happens. I need to refresh my laptop. You've been there. You've experienced it. That laptop arrives. You open it up, and you hope and you pray that the applications that you had on your old laptop, yep, you know what I'm talking about. You hope and pray that when you open up that laptop, it's going to be ready to go. And it's not. You have to open up a ticket. But now, with Agentforce IT service, there's no opening tickets. No. You jump into Slack, ask Agentforce, hey, I got a new laptop, it's not working so well. Agentforce instantly knows who I am, knows my role, knows the entitlements in the applications I had, says, just confirm, submit, and now I've got my access back. But if Agentforce is handling tickets like this, what's the IT department doing? Well, let's find out. We jump back into Miles, who now is our IT administrator. We look at his Slack. And what we can see is he's got a lot of incidents here. But what you don't see is that ticket for my laptop. That's because Agentforce has been able to offload all of that work so Miles can focus on the tickets and the incidents that matter. Miles engages Agentforce and says, a lot of tickets here, a lot of incidents here, what's going on? Miles doesn't have to go line by line into every single incident. Now Agentforce analyzes and identifies a pattern and says, yep, there seems to be a widespread issue with VPN login failures. Now, Miles wants to validate this, so he jumps into Salesforce CMDB. Now, for the non-technologists in the room like me, CMDB, consider it an inventory of all of your company's assets, your hardware, your software, and the relationship between those. Miles, with this visual, can very quickly trace back and see, yep, looks like the challenge is related to a software upgrade. Back he goes to Agentforce, says, hey, roll back that software upgrade. Agentforce takes care of it. Suddenly, the problem is resolved, and Agentforce sends a message to all of the impacted employees saying the issue has been resolved. Now, I get it. some of you, few of you in here, may be Teams users. Well, now, that same object, Salesforce object of the incident that you saw within Slack, it now surfaces in Teams. And that's because while Salesforce is a deeply unified platform, it's also an open and extensible architecture so that it adapts to what you have. This is how FedEx is becoming an agentic enterprise. Thank you.
Shabani, great job. How about a huge hand for Shabani? Great job showing the vision for FedEx. Richard Smith is here, the Chief Operating Officer of Federal Express. Great to have you, Richard. We are thrilled to have you all the way here. And just, that's a real example. We were just talking, that part of our system you were using, Data 360, and all of a sudden we had built the system so that we could see your customers who are looking for international opportunities, but who are only domestic customers. And then we started to hook in the Sales Cloud, and we just called that customer right then and there and say, how can we help you? Richard, it's been an unbelievable partnership with you and your company. Also, we want to give a huge amount of gratitude to your father.
Thank you.
He was truly so inspiring to me personally, and I know to the whole world. Just tell us right now, what is your vision for the future of Federal Express?
Well, as you can imagine, these days we're getting a lot more of those questions about international shipping and tariffs in this environment. I think to answer your question, first you have to understand, you understand this certainly, our friend Jim Cramer understands it very well, but you have to understand what FedEx truly is. FedEx owns one of the richest logistics intelligence assets on the planet Earth. We have networks that span over 220 countries and territories around the world, which is virtually all of them. We connect 99% of the world's GDP, moving $2 trillion, more than $2 trillion worth of critical commerce around the world, connecting millions of shippers with hundreds of millions of consumers. So we're sitting on a very, very rich data set. 2 petabytes of data, 100 billion transactions across various applications daily. So we had to have a partner with scale to help us with these challenges. Enter you guys. You guys are that perfect partner. And what you really do, what it boils down to is every day, your tools allow our salespeople to convert more opportunities into closed businesses, what we call boxes on the belt in our operations. So that's what you do. You make us more productive as an enterprise and much more conversion. Our sales force is highly efficient, and I think they're the best in the world personally. So thank you.
Well, we just love working with you, your company, with Mark, with the whole team, and Raj. I was just with him in Mexico City last week. We actually were on the road all week and bumped into Raj. And when we think about FedEx and how you've impacted our data strategy, our CRM strategy, every aspect of our business, we couldn't be more grateful to you.
Well, as you know, my father and your friend back in 1978 famously said, the information about the package is as important as the package itself. That's more true today than ever before. And thanks to the power of AI and FedEx becoming an agentic enterprise, it makes us very powerful. So
grateful for you. So grateful for you. Please thank the amazing Richard Smith here. All right, well, we're coming back down to the last story. We're kind of walking you through these 5 stories to give you a vision for yourself of what your own agentic enterprise could be. There's this amazing company now. We want to tell you this story of a great company started by the founder sitting right here. But first of all, let's go and listen to Simon. Please welcome him and the story at Dell. Simon?
Thank you very much, Mark. Great to be here. And I'm here really to share with you the story of how Dell is transforming its supply chain with AI. Now, in the back office, there is a lot of software, but there are also a lot of people. A lot of people emailing, gathering information, writing spreadsheets, running after approvals, basically doing a lot of work that nobody likes doing, donkey work. Well, with Agentforce supply chain powered by Regrello, Dell is supercharging their supply chain. And now they have over 19,000 users on Agentforce supply chain, automating thousands of processes across over 90 processes. So let's just jump into that technology itself. And to start off, I'm going to show you a handwritten diagram which shows you a part of Dell's supplier onboarding process. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that, hand it over to Rusha here. We're going to upload it. And we're going to show you how you can build any process with Agentforce supply chain. All you do is you take any documentation that describes your process. It could be structured data, unstructured data, a Word document, a PDF, or a diagram like this chicken scratch I just shared, and we can upload it. We click generate, and what's going to happen is we're going to build this in minutes. And what we're doing is we're creating a blueprint, we're generating the forms, we're generating the data model, we're generating the security architecture behind it, the governance, and we're going even beyond that. All the tools that you would expect from Salesforce, well, we're going beyond that as well. We're also going to create tools that will enable you to integrate it into your ERP. Now, while this is all going on and the engine's working, let me just explain a little bit about supplier onboarding. This is where a supplier wants to get onboarded. You have to reach out to them, get the information from them, take that information, make sure it's all correct, score it, and then make a decision of whether or not you're going to actually approve this. That is the process. Now, there are loads of processes in the back office, loads of processes in supply chain. So we're training this engine all the time on all sorts of documentation that explains everything about your operations and your processes. And that's in every language and for every industry. And now you can see this engine working away at turning that into reality right now. And what you're seeing is basically this whole process being built in real time. And yet what's going to happen is we are now taking months away of work that you would have to do probably in partnership with your IT organization and cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars to build. So this is something that's happening every day in companies like Dell, Mercedes, Kellogg, Daimler Trucks, and bam, look, this has happened in real time. And what you're seeing, as it's finishing up now, is basically the blueprint which shows you the structure of this actual process. And you can see it, so data consistency checks, all the validations, everything is there. Now let's leap a little bit into the future and look at how Dell will be consuming this on Slack. And this would be basically you go to the Slack channel and you can see that the process has been initiated, the supplier gets to be onboarded, and Sarah, the supplier onboarding manager for Dell, can now see the complete workflow here. She can scroll through and see everything. In the old world, Sarah would have been basically project managing this whole thing herself, running around, getting emails done, spreadsheets, getting approvals. But in the agentic enterprise with Agentforce supply chain, she doesn't have to do that because the Agentforce supply chain manager is now running the whole show, orchestrating the whole process end to end so she doesn't have to. Now, what's so impressive about Dell is not just how all in they are on AI, it's their focus on business performance. And they're looking at every process going, how can we make this even better? They've taken, by looking in Tableau, they can see the data, and they can see that they've taken their supplier onboarding process from 60 days all the way down to 20. Amazing, but not good enough for Dell. They want to go better. What can you do? Well, Sarah can just ask Tableau agent. She can ask quite simply, what can I do to improve this process? And now the Tableau agent can interrogate Agentforce supply chain to find the answer. And bam, there you go. We have the Tableau identifying the bottleneck. It turns out that that financial document validation process is just too slow. This is an opportunity for agentification, but this, ladies and gentlemen, is how Dell and companies like it are supercharging their supply chain operations with Agentforce supply chain. Mark, back to you.
All right, well, great job, Simon. How about a huge hand for Simon? Great job, amazing. And look, Michael Dell's right. Michael, stand up. Now, Michael, thank you. That was a quick stand up. Very good. Michael, you need to give us some mentoring here. You know, you and I talk all the time. Obviously, you've mentored me through the whole life cycle of Salesforce. Thank you for that. But now I'm watching you.
Right back at you.
Right. Thank you very much. Michael, you are transforming Dell, and you're doing more work than any other CEO that I have ever seen. I've talked in depth to your entire management team. I had dinner, as you know, with Doug Schmidt just last week. Incredible what you're doing. Just give us all some good, solid mentoring advice on what it's going to take for all of us to become these agentic AI enterprises. You are on the pole position. You know, what we found this product, Regrello, and got inspired to build Agentforce supply chain at Dell because we've been studying you. You got to help us. You got to give us, you're so far ahead of everybody. What do we need to do to become an agentic enterprise?
Well, thank you, Mark. It's wonderful to be here. Fantastic event. Congratulations. You know, I think there are a couple of keys to this. I think, first of all, it's really important to understand what the major processes are inside a company. You know, it's tempting to sort of say, oh, let's go do an AI project. Let's go do an agentic project. We like to start with the things that really move the needle. And there's so much opportunity here. Start with the big things. And we sort of go through this process of simplifying the process, standardizing it, then reimagining it, and then applying the technology. And that's what we've done in supply chain, 19,000 users, incredible automation of the workflow and the processes, ultimately to give more time back to those people that are doing things that are super valuable to us as a company. And that's essentially what we're doing. And the supply chain example is a great one. We deliver as a company tens of millions of mission critical products, every year. So our supply chain is absolutely essential to what we do, including, that's not exactly mission critical, but like the PowerMax, storage arrays and PowerEdge and
I couldn't carry
PowerScale.
But
those are a little bigger. Thank you, Mark, for using those throughout your customer 360 and 60 plus data centers, I understand, around the world. We greatly appreciate that. And Salesforce has been an incredible partner for us across our entire business.
Okay. Now, Michael, let's take it just one step further. I've talked to Doug. I talked to Billy Scannell. Okay. I've talked to all your executives, and they all say the same thing. They say the key to becoming an agentic enterprise is that Michael Dell, day in and day out, is like leading the charge personally, driving the AI transformation. Where are you finding the inspiration to do this? I mean, it's pretty awesome. You're about to have your 61st birthday. Congratulations. Here you've been doing
right back at you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We're 6 months apart. I'm 6 months older than Mike.
It's my older brother here.
Okay. Michael, here you've been doing this for decades. Now you're more charged, more excited, more motivated, more inspired than ever. Where does it come from? What do you see for the future of your company with this technology?
Well, look, I think we all woke up, around November of 22 and saw these incredible models. And it really created an opportunity to unlock the power of all the dark data that exists in the world. And, Dell is the largest company in data storage. We are larger than number 2 and number 3, number 4, all combined together, also the largest in servers. And so this was a real moment to say, what is the trajectory of this change in the industry? And I saw it as sort of moving from calculating and computing to thinking and machines that are thinking for us, right? And that is a massive change. We're all experiencing that. And so we thought about this as, well, if we don't really get on this, a new company is going to come along and it's going to put us out of business. And I literally told our team, we're going to have a new competitor and they're going to be better than us and faster than us in every business that we're in, lower cost. And the only way we're going to prevent that is we're going to become that company. And that's what we're doing. We've totally reset the business, reimagined the business. And I think all companies will have to do that from a competitive standpoint. But not many are
they need more of the fever that you have.
I don't see as many yet kind of at that stage, but I think it's coming.
Right. Yeah, you've got the fever like Indiana does. All right, Michael, thank you very much. Great
thank you so much, Mark.
Everyone wants to talk to you now that you're here. We're thrilled. Please thank Michael Dell. We love you, Michael. All right, well, you can see we are, Michael, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Michael, we are on the march to building this agentic enterprise. We're going to give you here at the show this incredible new platform, this Agentforce 360 platform. And we've done our best to tell you 5 stories to help you walk the wheel here, to show you all the different characteristics. But we didn't even touch it. We could not have gone into depth. There is so much here. That is why there are 1,500 sessions here, and we expect you to go to each and every one of them. Okay, now let's start thinking about how are we going to get this done? How are we going to deliver Agentforce into our companies? How do we accelerate this time to value for every industry? How do we get the fever like Michael Dell has? How do we go faster? How do we maximize our impact? How do we gain more trust in our organization? And how do we circle in, as you've already seen in the demo, all of our ecosystems into this equation? This is very critical because we all realize you have lots of vendors in your company, more than just Salesforce. And to help us to understand the huge change management that we are going to need to get through, I just wanted to get a little bit of insight, a little bit of wisdom to the person who I go to say, I need to change my company right now. Please welcome Julie Sweet, the CEO of Accenture. Julie, great to have you.
Thank you. Great to be here. Really exciting.
Really great to have you. So Julie, what are you telling your clients? How do we do this? You are also like Michael. You're transforming Accenture. You're using Agentforce internally. But what are you telling your customers? Like this one right here.
I've told him he could use a little wardrobe upgrade. But other
like
than that,
the color selection.
it's kind of matching.
All right.
But a little designer might be better. But look, let's start where Michael just talked about reimagining. We call it reinvention. Right? The first thing you have to do is to say, I've got to reinvent everything. And it's a simple test. Every day I look at how we're operating as a company. And if I don't see myself saying, here's how we used to do it, and here's how we're gonna do it, and there isn't a big delta, a big difference, then I know I'm not serving my clients, my employees enough. And that's a test for all of us. It's not just a small thing, it's about reinventing. And that's what we saw today, right? These 5 examples are not small point solutions. They're operating the company differently. They're bringing customers something different.
Well, Julie, you've been giving me so much advice and to our clients. I know everyone is going to want to talk to you here. And I'll tell you, I just want to thank you so much for being here and for everything that you're doing for our entire community.
Well, thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you very much. Julie Sweet, everybody. Now, listen, we know that pricing is also more important than ever as we deploy these technologies. We had one pricing model a year ago. We now have different pricing models. We've eventually just created incredibly inflexible models. We realize there's going to be a lot of different ways to deploy this technology. We might have to write you highly custom agreements. So we've introduced this brand new agentic enterprise license agreement, giving you unlimited Agentforce into your company, unlimited data cloud into your company, or you might want to have an action-based model. You might want to have a flex credit model. It's clear. One pricing model is not right for every company in the era of the agentic enterprise. So we've had to radically shift our pricing, and we want to thank you for the advice that you've given us. We're going to have an amazing Dreamforce, 1,500 sessions, 1,300 product sessions, Dreamfest tomorrow night with Metallica and Benson Boone. It's going to be awesome. We couldn't be more grateful to have all of you here. Thank you, everybody, and welcome to Dreamforce 2025.
Subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up.